How's it going, everyone? This is Luxeley in Warsong Scramble, or if you want me to get it right, Warsong Scramble. I have a lot of positive things to say about this, and anybody who's watched my videos knows I'm a pretty harsh critic of WoW. I have a lot of positive things. Overall, as a report card, arithmetic, reading, science, social studies, A's across the board. There's one particular area, though, that is an outright failure on Blizzard's part. Matter of fact, this particular failure on a certain aspect of this new PvP Brawl really personifies precisely what Legion PvP is right now. And we're going to get to that in a couple of minutes. Matter of fact, precisely, you could zip over straight ahead to 9:26 in this video, and I'll get into it there. But I want to actually, I'm joking. You're not gonna hear it then. But I want to talk about the positive things first, because overall, like I said, I give this a passing grade, a very good grade. And the most positive thing about this particular brawl, or any given brawl, is that Blizzard is trying. They're thinking outside the box. Okay, granted, they're not too far away from the box, but they're thinking outside the box. They're making an effort. And I think it was Tyler Durden who said in one of my favorite movies, Fight Club, he said, you got to scramble some eggs in order to make an omelet.
You want to make an omelet, you got to break some eggs.
Okay, a little bit off the mark there, but you get the point. If you really want to change things, you got to scramble some eggs. You got to break some eggs and put it together and just go outside the box. Now, Blizzard isn't going that far outside the box with this particular installment of PvP Brawls. I think PvP Brawls are a good idea. I think that Blizzard is trying. They get a gold star on a refrigerator for trying. They get a gold star for paying some attention to PvP, and that's part of the problem here. A lot of people that are hardcore PvPers, even casual PvPers, haven't had anything new in PvP. Really, since, I don't include Asheram because that's just a clusterfuck. That is a major joke, okay? That doesn't count. So you go back to Deep Wind Gorge, which was a patch during Mist of Pandaria. That's really the last new thing in PvP. Yes, there were a couple of new arena maps, but I'm talking something with a little bit of a twist. I'm talking something that is outside the box. And like I keep saying, and I'm going to bring this point up 100 times, Blizzard's outside the box, but not outside that box too far. They're not really going way outside the box. And that's okay, because everything Blizzard does is a series of baby steps towards a bigger change. And right now, I want you guys to give me some feedback for a few different reasons on this particular battleground. A couple of reasons. This is actually extremely important. First and foremost, after each one of these brawls makes their appearance, their gala appearance, I want to make an overall review, not what I think about the brawls, but what you guys think about the brawls. So anything humorous, any 1 or 2 word reviews, or you could even go into a detailed review, because I want to put it all together and have an overall review of all these new brawls, and it's going to be your thoughts, not necessarily my thoughts, because I get sick of my thoughts after a while. But also, by you guys giving me your feedback, it's helping me along. It's giving me the opportunity to make fuller, better, more objective, more insightful videos. So I'd greatly appreciate your thoughts on this particular brawl. Whether you tried it or you didn't try it, let me know what class you play, because I noticed if you're a very mobile class like a druid, certainly any given monk, or especially a demon hunter, this is a lot of fun for you because you really get an opportunity to shine. Here's the thing. Another reason why I want some input from you guys is a lot of people often complain, Blizzard doesn't listen to their subscribers. Blizzard doesn't listen to their subscribers. Part of the problem is they listen to people, but they don't listen to the right people. They might be listening to somebody who is a dragon slayer 24/7, ripping into PvP. They might listen to somebody who hasn't been subscribed to the game in 6 months, ripping into the game. Or they just, a lot of the times, just listen to whoever bitches the loudest or bitches the most. And the biggest reason I think you guys should throw in some comments and some insight and objectivity, your experiences on this video, is because Right now, Blizzard has their ear to the ground when it comes to these PvP brawls. They're very interested in getting some constructive feedback from people who experienced it. Granted, I understand my videos, best day might get 5 or 10,000 views, but you never know. Maybe somebody watches one of my videos and he has the ear of the Blizz devs, or knows someone who has the ears of the Blizz devs. He reads something in the comments, takes a point that I have, and next thing you know, you play that little telephone game and it gets to Blizzard. Because this is the kind of stuff right here, right now, that Blizzard has their ear to the ground. Kind of like Indians putting their ear to the ground trying to hear the old cavalry. That analogy might be way beyond a few people, especially people not from the US. But guys, give me your thoughts, give me your experiences. I would greatly, greatly appreciate it. And of course, leave a like and be subscribed and all that good stuff. But when it comes to something new, when it comes to something that they're concerned about, because PvP has been in a consistent participation-based decline. We're talking massive decline. It's down from MOP. It started to gain a little bit of momentum in WoD, and now in Legion, PvP in general is a fucking monster-sized freight train. Picture China, that big, okay? Going downhill on greased rails without fucking brakes. And Holinka is the engineer behind the wheel saying, gee guys, isn't this just great? Let me know if I nailed it, because I'm pretty sure I did here. I'm pretty sure I did. Now, I really like this particular battleground. I think it's, first of all, the objectives are something that any given person can understand. And it's very clear, because there's 3 flags out there, what you want to be doing. You either want to be carrying a flag, going after to retrieve a flag, or peeling for your flag carrier. One of those 3 things. Then again, you know, you might want to be in one of the bases, either to defend and slow them up, take a little bit of health out of them, or you want to be able to finish them off and keep them from capping. But the objectives are very, very evident and very, very clear here. And that's a very, very, very good thing. And that seems to be a very common stitch, a very common theme of all these brawls. They tend to lean you towards being focused to the objectives, and I have to applaud that. I think that that is planned. I think it's most definitely intentional. I know planned, intentional, same thing. And I want to talk about these little extra abilities that they put on the map. Now, it's going to take more than a week for people to get used to what abilities are where, what each of these abilities do, and how to use them. It's going to take longer than a week. I mean, I say they could have been a lot more creative. I'm kind of joking. They did a good job with the abilities, but I would like to see something like this.
Did you know if you mixed equal parts of gasoline and frozen orange juice concentrate, you can make napalm?
That would be really cool. Just like everybody turns into like a greater pyroblast fire mage out there. You know, if you're gonna go crazy, go all the way. That's what I say. Take the meds, flush them down the toilet, and go full retard crazy. Because that's what these PvP brawls seem to be, and that's okay. But just do it, man. Hit the accelerator, go full crazy. I did say that there's one aspect to this that gets a hell of a lot of criticism and a huge failure. And some people might disagree with me, and that's okay. But I think that this epitomizes what Legion PvP is, and it actually really saddens me. This is a great brawl. I really did enjoy it. I honestly did. And I think it's a good addition to the game. And like I said earlier, you look at it as a report card. Arithmetic, reading, social studies, gym, recess, etc. across the board, straight A's, pretty much, maybe a few B pluses. This is where they fail. Okay? This is where they fail. You take a look at the top right-hand corner, sort of, where you see the Horde, Alliance, and then it says 0 of 10, 0 of 10 as far as the score. That's what you saw, at least in the beginning. It's different now. And then you see a red flag and a blue flag. That's the scoreboard, essentially, of what's going on, and very important information. Now, there have been a few PvP brawls where I've noticed some bugs where my team most definitely had the flag. most definitely had the flag. The guy with the flag was right next to me, and I was peeling for him. And I look at the scoreboard, and it said under Alliance, there was no red flag there. The guy was right next to me, okay? And no red flag on the scoreboard. So that's probably just a bug. I'm sure Blizzard will fix it the second time around. However, there's only one flag up there at a time. And in this particular brawl, there are 3 flags. I think it's absolutely pertinent, important information to have 3 flags up there. What is it? They don't want to pay the programmers overtime? This is not a bug. This is the core of the battleground. 3 fucking flags, and you have only 1 flag showing at a time. That is gross negligence. That is, I don't give a fuck. That's what that is. Nothing else. Don't even think of saying, oh, Luxeley, you're wrong. No, that is negligence. That is, I don't give a fuck. That is the epitome of Legion PvP. Right here, right now. Gee, we're almost into patch 7.25, and there's still no fucking duels. No fucking duels on the PvP template yet. I mean, seriously, people, give me a break. I mean, you want to wait a month or two, you got to program it, you got to fix it. I get it, okay. We're almost 8 months into the X-Pack. We're more than 8 months into the X-Pack. And no duels. Duels are as pertinent to PvP as a target dummy is to practice your chops for PvE. And no, they're not there. I mean, do you know what it's like to try to have a duel when you're like 870 eye level going against somebody who's 904 or 905? You don't stand a fucking chance. You really don't. I mean, this is just the epitome of I don't give a fuck about PvP. I'll just throw whatever toys I have and you go play with them. And that is just, considering how great this is. I mean, if PvP and WoW was not so great, it wouldn't have, it would have fallen to an area, to a place that is just unplayable. But they really set the bar. They set the standards. It was always very crisp. It was always competitive. Yes, some classes were stronger than others. Some things were just bugs, went on for 9-10 years. Whatever. Okay, I can overlook that. But the thing is that it just had so far to fall. And yes, it's still fun. Yes, I still engage it. But the fact is, this is an atrocity. I mean, even in the Q&A, Holinka, this is one of the things Holinka actually addressed, and somebody made a point that you could have had a particular area like they have in a lobby in first-person shooters, but in this particular area, it could be a place where PvPers converge and they duel each other. Gee, that already exists in Orgrimmar and Stormwind. So couldn't you implement the templates in those given areas for PvP? I mean, they're not really looking for solutions because they don't really care. They really don't. They're just pretending they do. But your voice will matter because part of their appeasement is to pretend that they're listening. So leave your comments, leave your thoughts. I would greatly appreciate anything that you guys could provide. There's a possibility that was just sarcasm, but guys, leave a comment. Let me know your thoughts about this new brawl because Blizzard is listening, even though it might be appeasement, maybe something sinks in. This is Luxeley saying whatever it is by you, morning, afternoon, or night, make it epic.
Welcome to Fight Club. The first rule of Fight Club is you do not talk about Fight Club. The second rule of Fight Club is you do not talk about Fight Club.